Welcome back, Kaiju fans, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Gigan confirmed conspiracy, branching out of the Monarch Sciences reveal posters for multiple kaiju before the official trailer actually dropped from Comic-Con. If you don't know what I'm talking about by the Gigan confirmed conspiracy, this image of Rodan, or say a artwork of Rodan, an ancient depiction, was released not too long ago, the recent past, before the trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters was actually revealed. It appears to be some kind of Latin American styled ancient artwork, Aztecian, Mayan related. Not going to say which one it actually is because it could be anything, it's just a similar art style. But we see next to Rodan is actually a figure of some kind of being that has a striking resemblance to Gigan. So this prompted a lot of response and feedback in the community saying, well, it looks an awful lot like Gigan. It must be Gigan. Now you might be thinking, well, people definitely jumped the gun a little bit on that. I can understand that it does look an awful lot like Gigan, but it doesn't take too much research to realize that this probably isn't the case. Now, this being's depiction is actually something that's pretty commonly seen. It is called a Apkulu. It is an ancient Mesopotamian god-like figure, usually half man, half fish. It is derived from ancient Mesopotamian religions. As you can see in these pictures here, this is literally the exact same figure in the exact same pose, holding on to an item and everything. And yes, I can see how in a small image, and if you're not necessarily familiar with these images before, this would make a lot of sense as to looking like Gigan, especially being featured alongside of a known Godzilla kaiju being revealed to us as some kind of teaser artwork. If you're wondering where Mesopotamia lied, it was actually in the Middle East, somewhere placed between Iraq and Iran. Definitely not the Isle del Mona location that this particular artwork is meant to be from, but we're also looking at artwork from a company producing a movie that doesn't understand geography that well. And if you don't know what I mean by that, let's just take a look here. According to the Monarch website, Isle del Mona is actually located in Mexico, when in reality, it's actually part of Puerto Rico, not very close, across the Caribbean. So these are all changes to geography for convenience sake for the plot. So it's kind of hard to put these things together when they'd already have the geography of the Earth, which is generally pretty set in stone, depending on your beliefs. That's being altered already for this film. And now that the trailer has been released, we do see some more of this exact same symbolism within the trailer in the underwater civilization that has the cave paintings of members of society worshipping Godzilla. We do see very similar art style. We see more beings with wings. We do see an Apuku, and we do see other Apuku style renditions. If you do just look into the different forms that these beings can possess, there are at least 7 different variations, because each one does represent a different god or different divine being assigned to a specific king or kingdom. With all these connections here, it's pretty clear to see that this wasn't intended to be Gigan and is very clearly just a artistic renditioning of kind of like explaining how ancient these titans or kaiju are in this universe and how primitive civilizations or ancient civilizations interact with them in the past, just kind of displaying the age of them. Now, if we were to play devil's advocate and claim that Gigan is actually going to be in this movie, we would have to go along the assumption that Gigan is going to be some kind of incarnation of an Apuku godlike being, maybe a case of misidentification in the past. These ancient Mesopotamian civilizations worshipped Gigan as a god, gave him a name and a place in their religion. So if that was a way that Legendary introduced more titans as ancient figures of religion. We could see a new origin for Gigan not being a space creature. We would see a non-cyborg, non-mechanical variation of Gigan. This would be definitely an interesting take on things, but this is extremely unlikely given the fact that we've already identified what creature slash being this artwork is already supposed to represent. I'm not entirely opposed against Gigan being featured in this film. It would have just been clear by now through the way that the licensing works that Gigan is in this movie, unless for some reason Legendary has some kind of deal to conceal this, not make this public information. We do know that additional kaiju besides the main four, or additional titans besides the main four, are going to be in this movie. It was assumed that these were probably just going to be cannon fodder and not a named Toho kaiju. And then also another reason that people think that Gigan is going to be in this movie is because of one of the Comic-Con interviews with O'Shea Jackson Jr. and the rest of the cast that was there for Godzilla 2. O'Shea Jackson Jr. said that his favorite Godzilla movie from the Showa era was Godzilla vs. Gigan, and people immediately made the connection of, oh, he said Gigan in an interview. It must be Gigan in the image. Gigan confirmed. So really, this is a thin spread line that people have really run with, and it's fun to speculate on things like this, but it's like a 99.9% chance that Gigan is not going to be in this film, and this is just a case of misidentification of alternate religion divine beings being used as promotional works for a movie. Hopefully this clears up some confusion that anybody might have had. If you still think Gigan's going to be in this movie, feel free to give me your reasoning down below. I'm assured that he's not going to be, but hey, I'm always here to listen to your opinions and feedback. But I will catch you in the next video. Peace out. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it a lot. As always, liking, commenting, and sharing really helps out my channel. And make sure you're subscribed if you want to stay up to date on the latest kaiju news and crisp reviews.